beautiful people. This is Nessus from Third Cultural Wife, and I'm so glad to have you guys with me here again today. Alright, so this is my way of trying to be consistent with putting out videos. So if you are joining me for the first time, welcome to Third Cultural Wife, and I'm so happy to have you guys here. If you are returning, thank you for checking my videos out again. I'm so glad that you guys are deciding to stay and see what this channel is going to turn out to be. Anyways, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, you know the drill. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you are a returning watcher and you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're still waiting for. You know we do good here, so please subscribe. Anyways, if you are watching this video along the way, you really like the content, I encourage you to please give me a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of my work, please give me a thumbs up and turn on the bell notification button. That tells YouTube that I am a creator whose content you would like to see again. Or it'll even help recommend my videos to other people who might be interested in hearing the things that I'm sharing, and that will really help support this channel and help me put out more videos. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about fear and failure. So I was thinking about doing a series on fear, but I don't know if that's what you guys want to see. But if it is, let me know in the comment section below. You get it's a routine. You get the drill. If you want something, ask. Let me know in the comment section below what you want me to talk about. I know this channel is called Third Cultural Wife, and maybe you want me to talk about marriage and relationship advice. That is something I'm open to doing, and I would love to talk about my relationship. I have a really good relationship with my husband. It's not been easy. We had to go through immigration, which I will, please click on that video and watch the whole immigration story, like catch up. So I was listening to this podcast, and if you can find it, if you have the ability to listen to podcasts on your phone or your computer or radio, I would encourage you to find TED Talks. They're amazing. There's some really good ones, and today I decided randomly I'm gonna start listening to podcasts. You know, I tried a while ago and I really enjoyed it. I don't know why I stopped, but I got into watching YouTube videos instead. And I do watch TED Talk on YouTube, and their channel is really interesting. They talk about diverse subjects. You know, they bring different people from different backgrounds, and you talk about so many amazing topics. It's really, really educational. So I would encourage you, if you're not a reader, to listen to books, to listen to educational things, and they help. Believe me, you could be working and listening at the same time. So that way you can say, I don't have time, I'm busy, because it literally just involves you listening while you do something else. I know multitasking or multitasking, according to some people, is not a thing, but believe me, your brain is way stronger than you think. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. So I'm gonna focus more on failure today, because I feel like failure and fear could be married together, but fear, like I said, could be a way broader topic, which I would love to break down into a series if that is something that you guys are interested in, especially because in the past few years I have dealt with fear in my own way, and that sometimes it can be crippling, and it's something that I didn't open up and talk to people about, because it is one of those things whereby it was subconscious. I didn't even realizing I was succumbing to fear and not letting myself experience things, not letting myself put myself out there. And so it was also different kinds of fear. It was a fear, I had a fear for my relationship with my husband, just again the distance. I was in Nigeria, he was in the US. We had distance between us. We had communication barriers in the form of, he would be time difference. It was 6 to 7 hours time difference at a time. Sometimes if he was to travel to a different state, it would be about 8 hours or more. If I were to travel, maybe bad internet, bad network coverage, slow deliveries of items and packages between the two of us, miscommunication based on wording of letters or emails or text messages or chats, because if you're not there physically talking to someone, they cannot always gauge how you feel about a certain issue. So something that could not or should not have been a problem ends up being one because of the way it was worded or the context. It just generally, it might not even be you, the sender. It could be the receiver, the state of mind or the place that they are in. They might read what you sent and take it out of context. So it can put a strain on a relationship, especially a long distance relationship, because how have you been fared being in the same place with someone? Then imagine if you have about 6,000 plus miles between the two of you. It's a lot, and especially if you're both trying to make it work it's expensive again. So a lot of factors can influence how that person interprets what you're saying. Anyways, we got through it. And so can you, if you're currently going to an LDR, long distance relationship, or an LDM, a long distance marriage, I'm here for you. I would love to support you somehow with advice or even just having a listening ear. So feel free to follow me on Facebook or Instagram. My social media accounts should be linked in the description box below, or should pop out as I'm talking in this video. Hopefully I remember to link it. Anyways, find me at The Cultural Wife on Facebook. My page is available for you, and also on Instagram at The Cultural Wife, and I will be happy to reply any questions that you have. You can also leave me a comment here on YouTube. I would love for you to actually leave a comment here. I will read it. I'm a small YouTuber. It's not going to get lost in all the comments. I will get to it, and I would be happy to answer any questions that you have, both on immigrations. Like I said, it's not professional advice. It'll just be what I did and why I did it, and also based on relationship, marriage, communication, and even the expenses of being in an LDR or LDM, and gift given in an LDR or LDM, because that can be hard trying to think about what you want to give when you can't see the person. Anyways, so there was fear of failure in my relationship, fear of putting myself out there, fear of getting rejected, fear of no, fear of outgrowing my husband, or he outgrowing me, in the sense of where we were at in life, as we were not in the same space. So there's that whole, again, communication disconnect, where you begin to wonder, are we still compatible? Are we still in the same space? Are we still headed in the same direction? Because what good is a relationship if you're both not traveling the same way? Like, obviously you don't have to be the same person, you guys are not clones of one another, but you are coming together in a common purpose. Because if not, why are you getting married? You have to ask yourself, what is the purpose of my relationship? What is the purpose of my marriage? Why am I attracted to this person? Obviously, we are unique. We have differences, but what is our purpose? Which is why, again, you want to work on that, because you don't want your marriage to end up failing in the future after investing all this time and effort into it, after giving your all or putting so much into it. So you need to really ask yourself why you're doing it, Wonderful podcast, TED Talks, thanks to NPR. I was able to listen to that podcast. It is titled Fear is an Option. So you can go to your podcast list and try and see if you can find it, courtesy of NPR. It's a TED Talk. It has several different talks from several different people, so it was an amazing collection of different people talking about failure from different backgrounds. And I didn't agree with everything, as such as life, we all have different opinions, but it is still a good way to look at situations, and I learned a lot. So a little bit that I wrote based on my what I was listening to. So I listened to a podcast this morning that was a collection of talks on how failure is an option. One speaker spoke about how certain people are so afraid to fail or believe that they can't, that they end up with a God complex. So he gave citations about friends or doctors or politicians or even celebrities who believe they cannot fail, that they're so good at what they're doing, or that they have planned so well, so much research, loved that thing to death, really hammered that they're pointing through, that they're so sure that they cannot fail. And that is a horrible perspective to have, because when you do fail, it's harder for you to pick yourself back up. It's harder for you to start again and move forward and learn and be new, because you're stuck in where you are and who you are, that you are not able to reinvent yourself and move forward and start again and be a better person because of that situation. So don't have a hero or God complex and end up being stuck, because you end up being obsolete as a human being. If you're unable to adapt, if you're unable to reinvent yourself, you end up being obsolete. You will not have value to pass on to other people, because you are obsolete. They have left you in the past. You're not even vintage. You're just obsolete. Another one says, but failing can be a good thing. It means you get to try again and again and again and again and again and again till you learn how to do it the right way. So it is a good thing sometimes to learn, because it actually it actually makes you end up stumbling upon the best version of that item or that business or that plan or that thing or that relationship. You get to reinvent yourself, Failing isn't the end. In fact, it's a new beginning. We need to tell ourselves that we also belong at the table, that we deserve to be happy, and sometimes we need to learn to say yes. So just because you have failed does not mean you should lock yourself up and hide away. It means you should learn to continue to try again, put yourself out there, tell yourself it is okay to move forward. You deserve. I know sometimes we say we don't deserve anything, especially as a Christian. I like to think that I didn't deserve the life that I had. It's due to grace. I'm a product of grace. God has been faithful. There's so many things that I shouldn't have gotten that he has been so gracious enough to give to me. But in this context, this person was saying it is okay to tell yourself that you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be there. You deserve to sit at that table. You deserve to be invited or be given good things. Sometimes you need to learn to say yes, because she was talking about how as a writer she had had this opportunity, gone to New York, met this amazing I don't know if it was an author or a producer or an editor, and they had offered to represent her, an agent, and she said, maybe can I think about it? And the person was like, okay, and he walked away, and that was it. So she was like, oh my god, she went back to, was it Atlanta? I can't remember where she was from, and she was like, I should have said yes. I should have just gone ahead and said yes. I didn't have anything to think about. Nobody was offering me this, and it was a good deal. But she was like, it was all psychological. It was fear of failing, and she did not want to fail. She wanted to succeed. She wanted to protect herself. She wanted to keep herself happy, so she said no. In a way, maybe it's also no, because you're not saying yes. I know yes could be the wrong, because you don't want to say yes to something that will harm you or be detrimental to your health. But when it's something that is actually good for you, sometimes we self-sabotage. So you need to learn to say yes to yourself sometimes. Yes, I can be happy. Yes, I should be happy. Yes, it is okay to be happy. Yes, I have failed, but I'm not a failure. That thing does not define me. That thing is not who I am. I am a product of grace. But anyways, even if it's just one person who watched this and got the message, I'm very grateful for you, one person who watched this. I'm so happy that you are learning something from me or from the podcast, and hopefully you put yourself out there and say yes. If you put yourself out there and say yes and fail, don't be angry with Synesis. Be glad that you at least tried. Start something. Do something positive. Add value to your life and to other people. Be a value-adding person and personality. Don't just occupy space. Don't just exist. Do something great. Love yourself. Be happy. Say yes to good things. Put yourself out there. Tell that girl she's beautiful. Don't do the wrong thing, Sha. As I'm just saying, let it be healthy. And smile more. I love to smile. I love to be happy. I love to make the people around me happy, and I'm trying so hard daily, day in, day out, even at work, to remind myself that I deserve to be happy, especially when my day is not going the way that it's supposed to. And I'm trying so hard to do the right thing and uplift other people and edify myself and other people. So be that kind of person who brightens up the room. It is not your job to make other people happy, but it's a good thing when, as a result of your presence, other people smile, rather than frown or bone or be angry. Anyways, thank you guys. Have a blessed day. Stay beautiful. Do the right thing. Tell me what you want me to talk about. Tell me what else you like to see, and I'll see you next time.